Look at this hair. Messy. Just woke up hair. Green juice. We are live. Testing, testing. Can you hear me? If you can hear me, say something in the chat. Blah, 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 blah. The dishwasher is in the background going on. Wow, wow. But, yeah. Talk to me. Tell me what's up. What's going on? I can give you my insight on things, my wisdom. You can tell I got out of bed because of this. Just woke up. Yesterday was pouring rain and dark. Now look, you can see the sunshine pouring in from the window. It's bright and sunny today. Huge contrast. Oh. We are live. Ask your questions if you have any. I'm just finished cooking ground beef. So I did some meal prep. Cooked a big pot of ground beef with chopped celery, chopped garlic. I didn't have any onions. I usually add onions. And I added frozen kale and then frozen beets. So it's now cooking in a pot right now on the side. Finished cooking. Letting the dishwasher dishwash. I'm here to chat. I'm going to talk about what happened yesterday. Yesterday was... What did I do yesterday? Yeah. Okay, so I did this chat yesterday. And then after I finished the chat, I went to the gym. And then at the gym, there's a retarded guy. I'm serious. There's an autistic retarded guy. I don't know what it is, his problem. Every time he's there, it pisses everyone off. Because he starts shouting during his workout, his entire workout. What do you call it? Tourette's. You know people with Tourette's? He's like a mixture of autism, Tourette's, and retardation. Because this guy, he's like at a station, he's like lifting heavy weights. He's some fat weirdo, and he's like, blah! He does these outbursts in the gym. Blah! And people start freaking out. People are scared of him. Then he goes to the next exercise and does the same thing. He goes, blah! Starts shouting like crazy, like a maniac. It's like someone being stabbed or someone being run over by a bus. Blah! He does this often throughout the workout. And it's getting to everyone's nerve in the gym. Everyone is pissed off or frightened. And the staff doesn't do anything. Gym staff, they just shrug their shoulders. And the most logical conclusion is to revoke his membership. Just kick him out. Because you give him enough warning, and then, yeah, kick him out. Because he's pissing off all the other customers, including myself. So what I did was I approached him last night for the second time, not intimidating or threatening him. I just walked up to him politely and I said, "Why are you shouting?" And then he's kind of cuckoo in the head. He can't look me in the eye, and he's just like, I don't know. He's like on some. You would imagine some guy on drugs. Like that's the kind of guy. That's my dishwasher gurgling in the background. So he's like, I don't know what he's on. He's just drugged up or something. And he said, so I asked him like, what? Why are you shouting all the time? And he's like, his answer was, the music in my ear. He's got these earbuds in. It's like, the music. It's the music. And he's like, that's it. That's all he kept saying to me. The music, the music. So I kept doing this to him. Like, I was like, come on, man. Shh. Keep it down. Like, let your muscles do the screaming for you. You don't have to shout. Like, this thing applies to boxing. You know, like, when you watch Canelo hit the heavy bag or do his pad session or his workouts, you notice that he shouts a lot. He does that, right? When I first saw that, I was like, okay, I'll try it. So I tried it at my gym, and then I started freaking out everyone in my gym when I did it. Right? I became that weirdo, right? And then I tried it, you know, Canelo's shouting, and I didn't really feel that much of a difference in impact when it came to applying power to hitting the bag and all that. Didn't really make much difference. Felt nice shouting, but I went back to my old just right, quiet, like Better Be style. Like Better Be when you see him training, like hitting the heavy bag or hitting the pads, he doesn't really shout. He doesn't really make a sound at all when he's training. Just watch his footage. Listen to the audio. It's just the fan going off and him just cracking the pads and cracking the bag. Same with Bivol, right? And those guys are really, really good boxers, and they can apply a lot of power and damage. So, yeah. So you don't have to shout when you're at the gym. I mean, like, sometimes, yeah, it helps, but not every rep. So this guy, every rep, he was shouting, like, like that. It's getting on everyone's nerves. And then there's another guy, just a normal guy. He's a self-proclaimed boxer. When he goes to the heavy bag, he does the Canelo style. So every time he throws a punch, I can see now why it gets on everyone's nerves. Whether you're in a boxing gym or a commercial gym, when you hear someone shouting all that, right? It gets on everyone's nerves. So, yeah, the point of the story is you don't have to shout. Let your muscles do the shouting. Let your punches do the shouting for you. You know, I know, like Bruce Lee. Bruce Lee in his movies, he was famous for his iconic scream, like, right? But in reality, like when you see Bruce Lee training, he never did any of that sounds. So I think those sounds were inserted into his movies to hype up the crowd, to entice the people that are not in the fighting world, don't know anything about fighting. So, yeah. But Bruce Lee, he didn't really shout in real fighting or real training. Nope, he didn't have to. So, yeah, this guy is getting on my nerves because he's there pretty much every day. Hello, Shujaj from India. I see you. You don't got any viewers? I don't care. There's 5 enough. Viewers, 0 viewers. I make this stuff for fun. The numbers don't really matter to me. I haven't, like, for example, I have a new channel. Go check it out. It's on YouTube. It's Hey Just. It's HeyJusX. I just started that channel. It's from 0. From 0 subscribers now, 47. So, tell me something you regretted the most? What I regretted the most? What I regretted the most? Not making enough YouTube videos. You know, like every YouTuber, I've been at this YouTube game for so many years, like more than 10 years. Like every YouTuber, they're like, yeah, I'm gonna post every day. Yeah, I'm gonna do it every day. I'm gonna get 1 million subscribers. I'm gonna get 1 million views every video, and I'm gonna be famous. And I'm gonna live life according to the way I want it. Blah blah blah. Yeah, it doesn't work out for most YouTubers. Most YouTubers have to work a dead-end job. They have to supplement their income. It's like everything that I love doesn't make money. I'll say it again. Everything that I love does not make money. I've been a starving artist since I was born because everything that I love does not make money. I'll give you an example. I loved being a musician. I played guitar. I was in an indie band for many years. We didn't make any money. We kept losing money because we had to spend our paychecks on rehearsal space, on guitar gear, on food, logistics, promoting ourselves, and we didn't make any money. We were all starving artists, begging for scraps, begging for bottles of beer, free beer at the end of every show, because that's all the club could pay us. So I was a starving artist as a musician. And then I was like a starving dancer. I was a b-boy for many years. Didn't make any money. Trained, got injured so many times. Shows didn't pay us. There's not enough money in b-boying. Unless you're like the top 0.001%. Which is really hard. Because the higher you are, skill level in b-boying, or breakdancing, or breaking. We call it breaking or b-boying. I call it b-boying. There's not even enough money for the top dog. So for example, like if you're the #1 b-boy in the world, you're making per show $1,000. If you win the contest, that's not enough to live by. Think about it. If you're the champion b-boy, you win an event, you make $1,000. That's nothing. Nothing. Scraps. So what do b-boys have to do? They have to teach b-boying to non-b-boying people. They have to teach. Same with musicians, guitarists, singers. They don't make money from their shows. Where do they make money? From teaching their students. They have to teach their students how to play guitar, how to sing, how to dance. And then I was musician, then b-boy, and then what else? Didn't make me money. Bodybuilding. I wanted to be a bodybuilder when I was a kid. I wanted to be like Schwarzenegger. So I spent all my money on protein powder, supplements, going to the gym, lifting huge weights. I became, what my mom said was, I looked like a gorilla. I had this gorilla body and gorilla arms. So I spent so much money on food, chicken breast, and cooking, and just lifting. Bodybuilders don't make money either. Okay? They make more money than b-boys. But if you're like the #1 top dog bodybuilder, you're making $10,000, $60,000 per contest. Okay, if you're the top bodybuilder in the world, the world. Okay, there's not enough money in bodybuilding either. I like bodybuilding too. I never documented my bodybuilding journey though, because I was too young. I was a teenager when I did bodybuilding, right? And yeah, there weren't many kids like me that wanted to be like strictly bodybuilding. And then I got tired of bodybuilding because it cost too much money. Shoveling chicken breast protein every day, and lifting weights, and then it just felt so slow and heavy and sluggish. It's like it's like I want my it's like, like you want your body to do certain things, certain activities, but your physical shape, your body restricts it from doing it. I didn't like that. It's like I didn't like these limitations that bodybuilding gave to my body. Does that make sense? Like when you're a bodybuilder, you're heavy. You're you're just big and clunky like an elephant. Just try to move an elephant around in a crowd. Like it's hard, right? You want to be light and quick. So I went the complete opposite. I wanted to be a boxer. Boxers don't make money. You know who makes money? Boxing clubs. Boxing coaches make money. Okay? It's like I want to join a boxing gym, but all of these boxing gyms are $200 a month. A month. That's the most expensive Netflix subscription there is. $200 a month and get your ass kicked every day. $200. Jesus Christ. There's no more like $20 a month gyms like those dungeons. There are no more of those. Very rare. So, want to be a boxer, MMA fighter. Then I realized it's too expensive. And yeah, the people in the West. Here's the thing. I don't spar with people in the West because people in the West, they think of a win-lose situation. You're gambling with your life if you're going to fight or spar with people in the West, because it's totally different compared to like training in the East, like in Thailand and Korea. Thailand and Korea, they understand respect. They understand win-win. They understand how to play fight, right? It's like, I'm not going to damage my opponent or my sparring partner, give him brain damage, because I'm going to see him the next day, and we do it all over again. It's like their mindset is different. In Thailand and Korea, Malaysia, you train there, they're all looking out for each other. It's team-oriented, group-oriented. But here in the West, it's just like, I'm going to knock your head off. It's like, yeah, you're new, I don't know you, and I'm going to, bash your brains in. That's the risk when you enter a Western MMA gym or a Western boxing gym. Everyone they're all passive aggressive. They're there to take your head off. And it's just win-lose. There's no long-term benefit. So I can't, and I've tried all these boxing and MMA gyms around my area. It's just fucking retards in there. Just dumbasses. Seriously. It's like kids walking out with broken noses. There's a girl who was sparring a guy that was like 300 pounds, and he knocked her block off. She broke her shoulder right in front of me. And I was like, hey, Roberto. What is that emoji? It looks like he's holding money or grass? What is that? So, that's why I don't spar in the West. You might as well just like, I'll give you the perspective. It's like sparring in the West is like learning to drive, and it's like the driving instructor is like, okay, crash into that wall, crash into that other car, crash into that tree. And you ask the driving instructor why, and the instructor says, that's the only way you're going to learn. That's how they teach you in the West. That doesn't make sense, does it? No. Whereas in the East, it's like, okay, drive your car in the parking lot, empty parking lot, okay? You're going to learn. You're not going to be taken on the highway. And another thing, sink or swim. I've heard this phrase spoken to me several times this week. I don't know who came up with this concept, sink or swim. We don't have that in swimming, in real swimming. I do not take my beginner student and I throw him in the deep end for the first lesson. And I say, sink or swim. And I know a lot of parents, they've done this to their children. They've thrown their kids into the deep end and shouted, sink or swim, and hoping that they're going to learn how to swim. That's not how we learn swimming. We learn swimming by taking this beginner student into the shallow end. They're belly high in the water. And then we work on simple floats, simple drills, just like, okay, grab the wall, okay, let go of the wall, stand on your feet, okay, let's see how you glide, hold this kickboard, kick your feet, kick your legs, move your arms in this motion. It's just like driving. You learn to drive in an empty parking lot. You don't learn to drive on the first day by going on to the highway during rush hour and say, sink or swim. That's bullshit. So I don't agree with a lot of boxing coaches and MMA coaches around my area. They're just idiots, in my opinion, because they're letting their students just kill each other. And I'm like, yeah, I know this is not for me. So unless I'm in Thailand, unless I'm in Korea, I can't do real boxing or MMA training in the West. Okay? Maybe in the States. But yeah, it's fair. The education and the culture and here in Canada sucks. Okay? So I don't recommend it. So let's recap. All the things I love do not make money. So they are musician, bodybuilder, breakdancer, boxer. Okay, what's next on the list that does not make money? YouTuber. YouTuber is a hard game. Is a very hard game. Okay, being a YouTuber is like being an entrepreneur, starting your own business. Okay, most people are not going to succeed. It's like even me, like I have had a little bit of success here and there. Like I've gotten videos where they've gotten 1 million views, over 1 million views. That's fine. All right, but is it sustainable? Not unless you really, really sell your soul. And that's what I want to get to. The point of all of this. The things that make me money are the things where I sell my soul. The things that I don't love make me money. Isn't that ironic? And isn't that the reason why most people are miserable? Most people are addicted to alcohol, they're addicted to social media, their smartphones, they're addicted to vaping, they're addicted to gambling, they're addicted to Netflix, they're addicted to sugar, they're addicted to caffeine, they're addicted to opioids, or I don't know, whatever, addicted to something. It's because to make a living, to survive in this world, we gotta do the things we don't love. All the things we hate doing make us money. I'll give you another one example. I see every time I finish my gym session late at night, right? Here's the thing about me. I don't park in the gym parking lot. Why? Because the gym parking lot is crowded. I park far, far away from my gym. So I have my choice of parking spots. So if I was at the supermarket, I would park my car at the farthest parking spot away from the supermarket entrance. So just imagine, like, it would be like a 2-minute walk from the farthest parking spot towards walking to the supermarket entrance. That's me. Why? Because I don't want to compete with all these idiot drivers in the front entrance of a supermarket. They're all backing in, they're not paying attention, they're playing with their smartphones, they're yelling at their kids, they're all distracted. That's where all the accidents happen, in the area in front of the supermarket entrance, because that's where all the lazy people park. So I park far away and then I walk, or I jog. I jog to the supermarket entrance with 2 cloth bags. So for me, when I drive to the gym, I park far away from the gym. So it's like a 1 or 2 minute walk. It's not that hard. 1 or 2 minute walk. It's not that hard. So I get my choice of parking spots. There's no other cars around me they'll hit me. And let me tell you, driving in Vancouver is crazy. There's so many psycho drivers now. Yeah, I'm talking to you. Not paying attention, playing with your smartphones all the time, checking your messages. I see you looking down all the time. What are you looking down at? You're looking at your phone, duh. So, late at night, when I finish my gym session, when I walk back to my car, I always see this girl, this fat, disgusting girl, woman, we call her. She is the only car, besides my car, in the parking lot. Okay? She's always there. And that's because she works as a cook at a restaurant that's next to where her car is. Okay? So my car and her car are always in the same vicinity late at night. And I see her hanging out in front of her car, smoking a cigarette, playing with her smartphone every night. Every night I see her smoking a cigarette, playing with her smartphone like this. She's just, every night I see her. Stinks of cigarettes. And I know she's a cook because I worked with cooks. I worked in the back end of kitchens when I was a kid. I was a dishwasher. So I know all the cooks. They're all hooked on smoking, vaping, marijuana, cocaine, all of that shit, right? Because the job is high stress. So I can tell right away. She's got that vibe of a cook, you know, that I've seen in my past. So she smokes, plays with a smartphone, hangs out in front of her car late at night. Every night. Every night. And I can tell from her energy, she's a miserable person. She doesn't love what she does. Most cooks don't love what they do. And that's another reason why I don't eat in restaurants, especially here in the West, because the cooks, they all smoke. They all smoke. And who is making your food? Who is breathing secondhand smoke into your food that you're eating? It's all these cooks, these smokers. It's true. You're wondering, why am I getting sick from this food? How am I getting sick? It's because they're not wearing face masks. You know, in Korea, if you go to like department stores, you'll see like all the cooks, they're now wearing, it's been quite a while, they're wearing these plastic visors, right? It's like a face mask, but it's out in front of them. So it's a plastic see-through visor that they wear like a face mask. And they wear that for hygienic reasons, so they don't spit or breathe on the food that they're serving you, right? So clear face mask, they can breathe, and their secondhand smoke doesn't go onto the food. Isn't that smart? But still in the West, no, we don't have that. So they're all, these smokers, these vapors, these cannabis users, they're breathing, they're spitting on your food. Intentionally or not, they are all doing that. And that's why I don't eat out anymore. I don't eat out. I cook my own food. What do I cook? I cook chicken breast. I just cook ground beef. I cook steak. I cook eggs, shrimp, all that good stuff. Salmon, cod, organ meats. Organ meats. Very good. Say hi if you can hear me, or what's on your mind if you have a question. Tell me what's on. What's going on. I'm just talking about things. All the things that I love don't make money, and I think a lot of people have this experience. And so, recap. These are the things that I love but don't make money. In the past, okay? Musician, bodybuilder, boxer, b-boy, YouTuber. What else doesn't make me money that I love? Calisthenics. Calisthenics. Don't make a calisthenics channel. You'll never make money. Calisthenics. I'm a starving artist. That's all I am. Seriously. I've realized everything I love does not make money. And you know what's so ironic about guitar stores? The guitar store, musician store, music store, is the most miserable place you could ever visit. Bill Burr made this segment about this, talking about this. So you know why the guitar store is so miserable? Is a miserable place because the only people who can afford those expensive instruments are people that have sold their souls. They work the jobs they hate. Okay, who are these people? They're lawyers. They're accountants. Some sort of businessman. They sold their souls, made all this money, and now they can afford their dream guitars. And who's selling their dream guitars to them? It's the clerk. And the clerk is the starving artist that doesn't make money on the weekends when he's practicing, rehearsing, or performing a show with his band. I was one of them. And it's just so sad walking into a guitar store because every starving artist can't afford any of those guitars. And you know, they would die to get their hands on those guitars. But they can't play, they can't afford them. And the people who can are the ones that have no talent. The people buying the Les Pauls, the Telecasters, the Fenders, those expensive $1,000 and up guitars, they can't play for shit. But they can afford it. But it's so sad. So, yeah. The only time I made money is when I sold my soul. Did the jobs that I hated. That's when I made real money. So what made me money in the past? Working a 9 to 5. Teaching kids. Kids are a never-ending supply of revenue because there's always going to be kids. And there's always going to be lessons and classes that need to be taught. So kids need swimming lessons. Kids need taekwondo lessons. Kids need ESL lessons. Kids need drawing lessons. Kids need math lessons. Kids need debate lessons. Kids need this, that, blah, 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 blah. Kids. Swimming lessons. Ugh. Kids. And you know what? It's really hard as a teacher to say to the parent, your kid is shit. Your kid will never become a swimmer, or your kid will never become a guitarist. He or she just doesn't have the drive or the talent. You can see it in a person. It's like you put a duck in water and you see it just swim. And you know, it's like, okay, this duck is going to fly. You put a rock in the water, you know the rock is going to sink. Like, okay, this rock isn't going to fly. And I've met so many untalented, unmotivated, just students that don't deserve my attention. It's like, yeah, you're not worth teaching. You're shit. You don't want to learn it. You don't have the drive. You don't have the talent. And yet your parents are forcing you. Just why don't we just make a deal and say you learn, but you just walk away, just quit. You should quit. You should give up. And a lot of teachers have this predicament inside themselves. So they can't say this because that's how they make money. So, okay, I have to teach this student or else I'm not going to be able to pay my bills. So, suck it up, put on a fake smile, do your best. And hopefully this hour will go by fast. And sometimes you're looking at that clock like, oh God, when is this class going to end? Right? So, yeah. So this woman I see late at night, she's a cook, smoking, playing with a smartphone. She's miserable. Doesn't like her job. Then you could tell. She just likes to decompress with nicotine and dopamine. Dopamine. If you have any questions, leave them in the chat. So did I answer your question? Like, what do you regret the most? Not making enough YouTube videos? I gotta make more. The YouTube landscape has changed though. YouTube is now TikTok. It's all short form content. Like the new generation can't endure a video longer than 20 seconds now. So I am on my other channel, all I make are shorts, which is fine. It's easier to edit for me, easier to produce. But I like medium form and long form content as well. So sometimes I like podcasts, but I like making medium format content. So medium was like 5 to 10 minute video, 5 to 10 minute long videos, right? But the YouTube landscape has changed so much, right? Most people prefer watching shorts, those TikTok 20-second videos. And I get it. Like most of the medium format and long format, it's just littered with ads. YouTube ads, Google ads, self-promoted ads. Well, I get it. That shit is annoying. Sometimes the person's rambling too much in their video, and sometimes you say to yourself, get to the point. But seriously, you can't really become intimate with your audience with short form 20-second videos, in my opinion. I think you need like a good balance. Like 5-10 minutes is okay, is good. 20 seconds? To me, those are like watching commercials on TV. I don't watch TV anymore, but I remember shorts, TikTok, Vine, Reels. Those are all commercials in disguise. It's like, this is what I used to watch on TV and avoided. You know, the fast jump cuts, the music, and just like blah, 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 dopamine. Like, my brain is used to shutting that stuff off. Like, okay, here's commercial time. 3 minutes worth of commercials. My brain shuts off. It knows it instinctually blocks off that that content because we all know that stuff is bad for you. It's ads. It's corporations trying to sell you shit that you don't want. You don't need. Right? Invasion of your privacy. So when I see shorts, reels, TikToks, I'm like, this stuff is garbage. This is not good for my health. But if you ask any content creator out there that's gotten success or gotten viral or built an audience, it was through TikTok, it was through short form content. It's like all these news stories, like no news story covers like, okay, a medium format video got viral. No, it's a TikTok got viral for this blah blah so and so person. Right? It's always those stories. Or, you'll see a content creator, yeah, my channel blew up because of this one TikTok or this one shorts. Right? So I gotta play the game. I have to play the game, whether I like it or not. I don't consume short form content. I think it's garbage. But I produce it because I gotta build the audience. Okay, so what I'm doing on the other channel, Hey Just, you can check it out, YouTube, HEYJUSX. What I do on that channel is I just post shorts of my workout sessions. And hopefully, I said this yesterday, I'm going to live stream my workouts on that channel for you. So I'm going to get my Twitch and YouTube, but I got to get 100 subscribers on that channel in order to activate my live streaming options. I watched your breathing video 11 years ago. Since then, I swam competitively through high school and college. Thank you. Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. Most welcome. Swimming videos nowadays, I don't watch them. But when I see them, it has to be like, it's boring to me. There's this one guy, I don't know, he tied his arms and legs and then he jumped in the deep end and he said, this is how you breathe. If you breathe, you'll always float. I'm like, this is such nonsense. It's like, you got like millions of views from this shorts. I'm like, yeah, why don't you do that to one of your students who has no body fat? And then watch yourself get sued. Because this teacher, obviously he had a lot of body fat. Guess what? Fat floats. Fat will float. Duh. It's like, do I have the patience to make that kind of stupid content? Like, oh yeah. Well, I'm going to tie my arms and legs. I'm going to jump in the deep end and watch me float. It works if you breathe like this. Duh. Sensationalism. It's like how do I attract the 99% stupid people in this world that don't know how to swim? Or do I target the 1% people that do know how to swim or have a good chance of swimming? Smart. So when I made those breathing videos or those early swimming videos, it was just from a perspective like, yeah, this is how it works for me and my students in reality. Yeah, it's because all the early swimming videos on YouTube were just crap. So you can tell like when someone produces something, like I'll give you an example. Hello, Sam Zigu. You know when you watch an action movie, right? As an MMA fighter, when you watch an action movie and you say to yourself, this isn't real. Like, no one makes these sounds. These aren't the real sound effects. Nobody does this sequence. Nobody flies in there and does flips when they're fighting in real life. Nobody gets a concussion and then a few seconds later is totally fine, not dizzy. And you know, because the producers of the movie don't have a fighting background. They don't know shit about fighting. Same thing about a lot of I don't know, YouTubers that try to teach swimming. I was like, they don't have a background in swimming. Like the ones that are popular, I'm saying. Furthest I've gone is 5. Why not? Where are you gonna swim though? Because the longer you swim in an indoor pool, the more traffic you're inviting. So I'll give you an example. Like when I do long distance swimming in a pool, in a lane, there's going to be people hopping in and out of that lane constantly. So you got to deal with these variables as you're doing your swim. So, yeah, go for it. Just the only thing that concerns me about lap swimming are the other people. Like, I'll give you an example. You can drive your car on the highway with ease if there are no other cars for a very long time. The problem with driving is dealing with other drivers. These unknown variables you're dealing with. Like who's a good driver, who's not a good driver, who's distracted, who is, I don't know, going to floor it, most likely going to ram you from behind, cut you off. Yesterday, this car in front of me, it was a Jeep, broke down during rush hour. It just stopped, and they turned on the blinkers. Kid got out. It was his father and son, and the son got out and started pushing the Jeep. Put it in neutral and pushed it off to the side. Happened right in front of me, right? These variables. The same thing with swimming. You don't know who you're dealing with. There's a lot of stupid people. Like, okay, I'm swimming my laps, and then this kid comes in, wears fins. Okay, skull paddles. Okay, yeah, you're gonna swim faster than me. Duh. And yeah, and what is he gonna try to do? He's gonna try to cut me off. Duh. I know what's going to happen, and it throws my whole game off. Isn't it ironic? We don't share treadmills, but we have to share swimming lanes with idiots. You know, there shouldn't be a slow, medium, fast lane. It should be changed to dumb, okay, and intelligent. Because a lot of people are idiots. They don't know how to drive, they don't know how to swim, they don't know etiquette, right? If you think driving is bad in traffic, wait till you do lap swimming. You will face all kinds of idiots. You got to be prepared. I've said these stories before. Some guy grabbed my leg. He grabbed my leg while I was swimming laps, and he thought it was okay to touch me. That's death. That is a death sentence, especially from someone who does MMA and boxing. You touch me, oh my God, I'm gonna say something. Without my consent, you touch me, you're asking for it. Fucking asking for it. I don't touch anybody. Why? Why? Only people who do MMA, serious, like low IQ people, like only low IQ people do this stuff. Duh, it's okay to do it in my swim club. It's like, this is not a swim club. This is just an open lap swimming. You don't touch strangers in public. Imagine some stranger came up to you and grabbed your leg or grabbed your arm. Yo, bro, I'm just giving you a signal to move. Like, Duh. So, I have a question regarding how much one should pull. Is it correct that most pull force is applied before arm passing the shoulder? You mean this part? Yes, it is. Just think about it. Forget swimming. Think canoeing. Okay, get on a canoe. Okay? Get your paddle, put your paddle in the water, and experiment. Okay? I'm not going to tell you the answer. Just put your paddle in the water and row. Okay? Apply as much force in the beginning versus apply as much force at the end. What's the difference? Okay? Which allows you to travel farther. Okay? To each his own. Everyone's different. I'm not going to give you concrete answers unless I see your swimming in person. There's no cookie cutter answer. And I don't know why people debate online. No, that's not the correct answer. This is the correct answer. No. You find your own style. Find what works for you. So I don't say to others, okay, you must copy Justin's style. You must be Justin 2.0. No. I say to myself, okay, I look at this person and I see what works for them. How can I improve their style further? That's the sign of a good teacher. Okay? It's not one cookie cutter method. It's like, okay, I look at the student, how can I mold it towards their liking, towards their benefit, their advantages? That's it. So all the things that I love don't make money. I've been a starving artist my entire life. And I'm still working hard, training my ass off. There's no relaxation period yet for me. Still grinding. And my other channel shows you just what I do. I just grind in the gym nonstop. 2-3 hour sessions every night. Grinding away. Just killing myself. When exactly should I start the pull? What did I say? Get in a canoe. Grab your paddle, insert your paddle into the water. Okay? Play around. Sometimes it's better for you to discover the answer versus someone telling you the answer. And that's how I learned everything. Like, there was no YouTube back then for me. I learned everything by myself through trial and error. So I just played in the water a lot, and I just find out what worked for me, right? So nowadays, yeah, I can look up YouTube and I see what other swimmers do. I'm like, yeah, that can work for you, but that doesn't work for me. So I can see what's out there. Like, okay, this guy does this, that girl does this, but what works for me, only I can figure that out. So I have to experiment, right? There's no definite answer out there, is what I'm saying. These YouTube tutorials, yeah. And I'm reluctant to make YouTube tutorials because, I don't know, like some people want me to make a muscle up tutorial or a handstand tutorial, and I can only teach based on my experience, from my perspective. Okay? And then when you teach swimming, like a tutorial in swimming, it's like you're going to get a lot of debates online. It's like a competitive swimmer style is in conflict with a lifeguard style or an open water swimmer style. Like, it's just arguing back and forth for nonsense. Nonsense. Like, just think like Bruce Lee, okay? I do not believe in styles. Unless human beings have 3 arms and 4 legs, there will be a different style. But we only have 2 arms and 2 legs. So just ask yourself, how can I express myself as a human being? No style. Okay? Just be free, completely free. From doctrines and gospels, methods. Like, there's no one form of fighting. People don't realize this. It's like boxers will say, oh, that's not how you throw a jab. This is how you throw a jab. This is the only way you can throw a jab. Case closed. Like, you ask the same question to a Muay Thai fighter. You ask the same question to a lethal fighter, to a kickboxer, to a street fighter, to a soldier. Like, it goes on and on. I don't believe in styles. There's no style. Okay? Because styles is a crystallization, right? It means like you're stubborn, you're closed off. You're just like, you're a lake that's been shut off, right? And just collecting salt. It doesn't grow. Nothing grows in that environment versus like an ocean. Free flowing, constantly flowing, a river, right? So I'm not trying to limit myself either. It's like, oh, I'm a calisthenics athlete. Oh, I'm a swimmer. I'm a boxer. And this is the style you should do. And it's the only style. Blah, 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 blah. Believe in my style. Follow my gospel. Subscribe. No. It's like, okay, I am Justin, a human being with 2 arms and 2 legs, just like you. How can I express myself as a human being on this planet? That will take a lifetime because you're constantly growing. Like, for instance, I've incorporated arm wrestling training into my regimen. I don't know why. I just found it interesting to see how arm wrestlers train their arms. So I've incorporated that, and it benefits my boxing, and boxing benefits my calisthenics, and calisthenics benefits my b-boying, and b-boying benefits my handstand. Do you see how it is? It's all connected. There's no style. Just 2 arms and 2 legs, just moving. That's it. So if you're a specialist, there's pros and cons to being a specialist, and then there's pros and cons to being generalist. I'm not saying be a jack of all trades. I'm just saying keep your mind open-minded, try new things. Yeah, good night, Sam. Discovered your channel minutes ago. It turns out you are online. Yeah, this is my second time being live. Okay. I'll talk more about Bruce Lee, like what made him great. Just now, okay? Bruce Lee was not a jack of all trades, but yeah, go check out my other channel. Hey, Just. Subscribe if you want. Here's the thing about Bruce Lee. He was not a jack of all trades, master of none. And he was neither a specialist either. Okay? Let's think about Bruce Lee. Okay, what did Bruce Lee do? Okay, from the beginning. He was a cha-cha champion. Okay, cha-cha dancing. He did cha-cha. He did boxing. Okay? He did boxing. You can see, you can look it up. Okay? Boxing training as well. He did strongman. Okay? He studied the Great Gama. Okay? Look up the Great Gama. India. Okay? So he did strongman training. Okay? And a little bit of bodybuilding. He did bodybuilding. He did judo. Jean LaBelle. He worked with Jean LaBelle. He studied fencing. Studied fencing. You can see it in his Jeet Kune Do. Studied fencing. Yeah. Like I said, I'm a musician as well. Didn't make money. I loved it. Diet, yeah. Diet as well. He did fencing. He did savate. Savate is a French kickboxing. He studied savate. He didn't do gymnastics. That was his stuntman in Enter the Dragon, okay? He did not know how to do flips. Bruce Lee didn't know how to swim. He didn't know how to dance. He didn't know how to cook. Oh, sorry. Not dance. He didn't know how to sing, sorry. Bruce Lee couldn't sing for shit. He couldn't swim for shit. He couldn't cook for shit. His wife, Linda, cooked all his meals, right? He didn't know anything about diet. Right? He ate Chinese food and then some Western food that Linda cooked for him. And then he studied Muay Thai. He studied Muay Thai. And then he most obviously he did Wing Chun. He studied Wing Chun in Hong Kong. You put all of that together, amalgamation. That's Bruce Lee, okay? So was he a master of none? No. Was he a jack of all trades? No. But he incorporated many things into his training. And then that's what I do. I incorporate many things that interests me. Okay? So recently it's arm wrestling. So if you want to be like Bruce Lee, here's the 5 things you need to master. You don't need to master everything. You need to master these 5 things, okay? Don't be a jack of all trades, okay? You need to be a specialist in these 5 things. And this is how I'm going to end this video. Okay? 5 things. 5 elements of fitness. I've mentioned this before if you watch my channel. 5 elements. Strength, speed, stamina, stretching, skills. Strength. Okay, bodybuilding. Strength, strongman. Strength, lifting heavy things. Speed, like boxing, throwing a punch, throwing a kick. Okay, plyometrics. Okay, throwing things really fast. Your arms, your legs, a ball against the wall. Speed. Stamina. Okay, running long distance. Okay, running around your neighborhood, swimming thousands of laps, cycling, rowing, you name it. Okay, doing something long term. Going for a walk, even. Go for a walk. A ruck. Soldier's ruck. Okay, hold some dumbbells if you want. Okay, stamina. Stretching. Okay, yoga, gymnastics, circus. All these high performing activities, okay, even soccer or football, all that, they all incorporate stretching, okay? You need to stretch if you're going to do this long term. If you're going to go higher and higher in your level of difficulty, you need to stretch or you're just going to break something. You need to stretch. That's a thing I don't see anybody doing in the gym nowadays. Nobody stretches. Stretching, mobility, foam rolling, you name it, all of that. You got to do it. That's the sign of a peak athlete. To me, when I see that, someone doing stretching, foam rolling, mobility exercises, that person's on his game. Okay? And finally, skills. Skills. Handstand, a muscle up, a backflip, holding one leg in the air, a headstand, learning how to kick a ball. I don't know, something skills related, okay? Skills take a long time to develop, but skills never go away. You can stop doing it for years and then come back to it and you'll still have it. Like, for example, swimming, riding a bike, driving a car. You can stop it for years and come back to it and you'll still have it there. Your brain has the program. It's there. You can drive again. When you haven't driven for many years, ride a bike, no problem. Back to swimming, yeah. It's all back in the back of your mind. But it takes time to develop. So if you master these 5 things, you will be like Bruce Lee, okay? Strength, speed, stamina, stretching, skills, okay? Go out there and master them. Train hard. Okay, I think that's about it. That's all I have to say for now. So yeah, subscribe to my other channels, Heyjust, HEYJUSX. You can see my training journey there. I'm gonna eventually live stream one of my workouts for you guys. And yeah, stay tuned for more of these live sessions, these talk sessions. I'm gonna do more of these, okay? That's about it. Have a great day, guys. Bye.